a daddy Mac. Dan's 30 years got our way, trading life and markets every day. Rusty's chained to the mines, digging deep day by day. But when Option Omega releases new features, he's free to come out and play option. Omega, you're trading home, where every move makes you feel less alone.
Morning, everybody. Dan.
Morning, Troy. Morning, everybody.
How you guys doing today? I am talking to people that aren't on video, so I'm saying, hey, how is everybody doing? Dan, how are you doing?
Oh, doing good. It's as we get into August, it seems like my kids are all grown up, but it's that time, right? For those with kids, they're starting up this time. Or I heard yesterday when I was at Panera with the older group, some of the fathers were just saying, especially the boys, why do I have to go to school? Can't I just stay home and play all day? Or
Play all day. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame them. But I loved the social aspect of school. I was a little social butterfly, but I did not like the actual work of school. It was not my favorite thing.
It's I have I told you this before. I have a daughter who's overseas in a Scandinavian country, and what's nice is when they're out there, their approach for school is a guy. I like this. Many more breaks, so they'll go. They're getting breaks all day, and they have nice, outdoor stuff. So the kids are just running. I think for every, I don't know what their ratio is. Like you're in the classroom for, an hour, you're a half hour outside or something. So I'm like, I'm in for a guy.
Great.
So it kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't know what that right ratio is for guys. For guys, I think every 30 minutes in a classroom, you need an hour, right? If
they let me, if every hour I got to go outside and play kickball with my friends right now, I'd be so much more productive.
Absolutely.
I mean, it would be.
Yeah, then it feels like, okay, at the end of the day, I got some good playtime in, and I learned a few things. Maybe I actually remembered something. I don't know. It's educators are always trying to figure out what's the best thing. I remember when we were in high school many years ago. I don't know if they still have it in a lot of high schools, which I thought was perfect for guys. They'd have these like car classes or whatever they could, and you'd literally go, you'd have some old, mechanics in the area, and you'd work on cars, or you'd work on electrical stuff. I mean, what guy wouldn't want to, just kind of like hang out and bang on a car for 45 minutes. I don't know if they still have those things.
Well, I mean, not that you're that much older than me, but you're a different generation.
That's a nice way to say it.
You guys could just sit there and smoke in school.
Well, right? I think you could. I mean, we didn't in I don't remember smoking in school, but you just about,
okay.
They were pretty lax with that because back then, smoking was more accepted. Everybody did it. And so I think in most places, restaurants and whatever, smoking was not like today. I remember today when I was working at the Chicago Board Options Exchange, it was great. It'd be 10 below zero. There's no smoking in the building. So smokers, you could see them outside. Absolutely, their hands would be shaking, but they had, they're smoking. They're there every hour or whatever. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
boy, these guys are hurting. Yeah.
I loved going to restaurants as a kid, and the idea I'm
Oh,
sneezing
that's okay.
4,000 times.
Allergy time.
I'm having an allergy attack in real time. I remember going to O'Charlie's as a kid, and you have the smoking section,
That's right.
and you have
What
the
a joke.
non-smoking section, and you say the smoke is just not gonna there. It probably won't obey your guidelines.
Wasn't
what
that probably
is,
one of the biggest jokes you ever? I mean, you bring up a great point. Smoking and non-smoking, and I'm like, okay, great.
Love
I'm in
it.
the non-smoking. That's healthy. As you're coughing.
Yeah. But man, I would have loved to smoke a cigar and eat some bread rolls. I was wrong. I was born at the wrong time,
Oh
Dan.
yeah.
Well, guys, listen, I am having an allergy attack, and so we're going to keep it shorter to this morning because otherwise I'm just going to sneeze 5,000 times. But I wanted to show you real quick a continuation of what we're doing. So yesterday we talked about the test entitled "Like Just Sell Puts, Dude." Like, don't overthink it, man. It's those courage that the Lambos, dude. And this is a 50 wide 2-day put spread. And Dan, it doesn't do well year to date. It doesn't do well year to date.
Yeah.
It's hurting. It's like allergies right now. It's a lot of sneezing with this one. So, Dan, I thought it'd be interesting to try to improve this. And we're not going to get there. We're not going to get there to Glenn, shout out. I keep having to mute, and I bet it's throwing it off. I should just keep it on to make this the most unusable video of all time. Just me sneezing 4,000 times. So, Dan, what I thought I'd do is we could go through a couple changes this morning. It's not going to make it good, but it might make it less bad.
Sounds good.
Is that okay? Okay, I will sneeze again, and then we will just continue. Okay, I didn't have to do it, but it's coming there, right there on the edge. Okay. All right. So this was my first thought, Dan. Let me go to this here. All right. My first thought was instead of 50 delta, make it 25 delta, and instead of 50 wide, make it 25 wide. Initial thoughts on that, Dan? A 2-day put spread.
Your
go farther out and go in and further in. Further out with delta, further in.
Yeah, so you're cutting the margin down a bit, and you're getting you're trading risk reward for probability, right? You're getting a little better, a little more out of the monies. So you're not getting as much credit, right? And so I think this would be, again, to me, an at the money put credit spread, whether it be 2 days or 1 day. Here it's 2 day. And at the money is, especially when you have the right, the parameters in there, at the money is, hey, it's a little more directional. You're getting a bigger credit. Let's go. It's a directional. You start going 25 delta, 20 delta, 10 delta. It's like, it's not so much directional, right? It's saying, hey, I don't think we'll go below this short put or whatever. Little more probabilities. Hey, I like the room here. I'm not sure, I think, we'll go up more than we'll go down, but I don't think we'll go down past the short put. So it's just, it's probably, and that's really the divide in the world of put credit spreads. Are you going a little bit more probability or room, or are you going at the money and saying, and getting the bigger credit? And there's just pluses. There's no one better than each other. It's what's your thesis at the beginning. And I think that's a good thing for people to go through when they're starting any strategy. Before you start back testing, before you go over strategy, as Matt calls it, the thesis. what are you trying to accomplish? What do you think? Right? Because a lot of people, when I say, okay, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to think? And they tell me the strategy. And I think, I think there's 2 or 3 better ways to skin the cat than what you're doing. What are you trying to accomplish on this thing?
That's
so
right.
I think I like this thing, and it again takes
What do you think we should go up in delta? With that being said, do you think we made it from 50 wide to 25 wide? Should we try that with a higher delta?
Yeah. You could try it with it. I mean, I don't think a 25, you're going to have a better win percentage, probably.
Yeah, you do. I'm going to go 40.
40. Now you're going a little more directional, so you'll give up a little bit of win percentage. Well, not much. Not
much.
That's good. I mean, so 40 delta, 25 wide. The wonderful thing with this is you cut the margin even more now, right? So that's nice.
Oh yeah. Well, and we can go ahead and take off this because let me see. I had stop loss on here. Okay, we've got 3. That's fine. We kept the 3 stop losses. But the other thing I added, Dan, is I added a Min RSI of 60. And the thought process on that is to say, we've seen in the past that that's kind of a smoothing indicator, right? You kind of want this when this is like a nice trending, but you could switch that. And I thought maybe, right now we have 52. This is year to date, 52 trades. What happens if we said instead of the RSI, we did something like above the, Dan, I don't know. Let's pick a number. What do you think a good above SMA, simple moving average?
Would you go 5 or something smaller, or would you go more?
Yeah, let's try. I think for a 2-day out, so try to do 5 and just
Troy,
see.
what is that? I forget what I don't use the
lies.
RSI a ton. Refresh me with when you say minimum RSI 60 in the world of RSI, what is that?
It's relative strength index, and it basically just shows. It's a way of saying you measure the velocity of recent price changes. So it's kind of like ATR.
What would 60 signify?
Basically, you're kind of like almost, the people have overbought, oversold things, but it's basically like the market's trending up. The market is clearly,
but it's not oversold yet.
It's not oversold yet. That's the hope. I mean, I think some people would argue 60 is oversold, but the thing is oversold, like anything in life. I mean, as someone who's a perma bear, like I think we are overbought. Well, it's not oversold; it'd be overbought in that situation, trending up. So I think
yes, I do.
I think we're overbought here. I think we're 40,000 points overbought. But but adding those 2 is nice because it didn't remove too many tests. It didn't filter out too many more trades, but it improved it greatly. And so I want to do one more thing before sneeze attack. Gotcha. Couldn't mute that one. I'm gonna take that RSI off real quick just to see if just the 5-day SMA helped.
Yeah, about the same. Win percentage.
About the same. So I didn't really do anything. So just for the fun of it, Dan. I mean, it's a Wednesday. It's hump day. Let's just do this live for a minute. We're gonna go down. We're gonna test the 4 days.
Wow.
Hey-o.
Wow. Why would they? I mean, you're just going from 4-day to 5-day, and it changed it pretty good.
This is a stop loss. This is funny. This is a good data point right here.
Wow.
So Tuesday, April 8th.
Okay.
During the Liberation Day stuff, when markets were crazy wide, it's saying you would have got a stop. You got stopped out at a whopping 14,000% stop loss. The reality is that shows me that I want to set a filter up. Let's see real quick. I want to test one thing. I'm going to sneeze again. Forewarning everybody. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. There's nothing probably more appealing than just listen to someone
We've
with
all,
a ton of
we've all
snot
been
in their
there. We
nose.
know we feel
Yeah.
it with you. We feel your pain.
Yeah.
What did you just tweak, Troy?
So I just added a max VIX at 100 because I wanted to see something. So this stop loss is when we were at a 37 VIX and ended at 41 VIX. So I'm going to go ahead and just, again, this is year to date. This is curve fitted. I don't want anybody to actually trade this, but we're just looking at some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and say we don't want to trade this in an environment past 30.
Just to avoid that.
I think that would be, yeah.
And what's the number one reason you said it was curve fitted for people who are newer with this?
Well, because you're looking at year to date and you're like, okay, well, VIX.
Oh, year to date. Okay, right.
Let's just not trade that one. Yeah. So that doesn't help it too much, but let me see one more thing real quick. Hey, thank you. I'm going to go back to 5 days real quick and just see what it looks like with that, because some of that high VIX stuff might have worked. You might have got 1 or 2 wins out of it. No, you did better. Okay. So we're moving the VIX. We're moving VIX above 30. Which really, I mean, Dan, in real life, someone in the community, if they're sitting there saying, hey, VIX is 60, VIX is 50, VIX is 40, perfect opportunity to sell a 2-day out put spread, right? I would probably say it might be the perfect opportunity to sell like a 30-day put spread.
Absolutely. Yeah. And one thing I've always, and that's a good point, right? It's because it's like trying to catch a falling knife. When the VIX is high, the market's getting hammered.
Oh, yeah.
And to just go in there and say, hey, I'm here, and I think duration is key. The other thing to remember, I think, folks, is, when you're thinking of high volatility, it's like, do we want to sell high volatility? Yes, but there's an important second part of that sentence. We want to sell high volatility when the market at least is stabilized enough that it doesn't look like the world's going to end, right? It's like in the COVID, I think of the COVID correction, you get hammered 800 points, VIX is up to 80. And they're like, okay, sell 80. Now, Troy had that's exactly right. Hey, if you're going to sell 80 before we've even stabilized, get yourself some distance, right? That you can wait it out. But I would rather sell, if the high is 80, I'd rather sell 50 or 60 when the market were starting to get two-way and slow down than just to jump in. Because, if you've ever been through, especially with a little bit longer dated options, volatility pain is much more than in a 0 to 1 day. 0 to 1 day, the vega is very little. You get out the 30-day, it can change your life if you're on the wrong side of volatility. Right. And so I think those principles, but like Troy said, number one, get yourself more duration if you want to go in there and try to catch a falling knife. Otherwise, let it stabilize a little bit. I mean, so you sell, or same principle, like in April, what did we get up to 35 or 40? I'd rather sell 30.
Yeah.
Right? When we're getting a little two-way, it looks like the world won't end, possibly. So just things to think about. Or the biggest thing is scaling. I don't know how many people, it's like, you think about it, I'm going to pick, what are the probabilities of, I'm going to pick the bottom and I'm going to go in my your normal size, and then it'll come back. It doesn't happen like that. But if you can scale, if your normal size is 10, do 3. At least you're in.
100%.
Anyway, there it looks.
100%. Yeah, we got better by going to the 50 delta. Now, remember, this is just year to date. I wanted to get this good first, so we got to that point before we go to dailies.
So you got 50-day and the 5-day SMA.
50,
and then max
5-day SMA.
Max VIX 30. Okay.
Max 630. Oh, just there. But what I'm going to do, Dan, I'm going to save
looks good.
this. I'm going to put it back in the show notes. We're not done with this yet. Do not trade this. This might not even be a good trade by the time we're all done with this.
It's getting there.
But we at least got it green year to date. Right? And we can work with that a little bit. But Dan, it's super early, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to sign off because I'm about to just blow snot all over my camera. I don't know, something bloomed overnight of Satan. Satan bloomed something.
I agree.
So,
I think it's admirable. You made it this far, right? I want you to know, Troy, people remember that you gutted it out. If I can end this, if you can mute while I just tell it. If I could tell a quick 20-second story.
Please.
Do you remember the singer Lou Rawls? You'll never find another love or something like that. You'll never find. But I remember. Don't ask me why I remember this. Back in the day when he was singing, he was on some award show, and I don't know if he had an apple before it or whatever, but he was choking as he was singing, but Lou gutted it out. That's my recollection. So the fact that people are going to look back at this show, Troy, I want you to know, and they're going to say, you know what? Troy gutted this out. This is going to turn into one of the best shows because you gutted it out. You took one for the team.
This is my Michael Jordan flu game.
Remember the Michael Jordan flu game?
This is my flu game. Matt and Dan are just going to walk me off to the side.
Now, do you remember? In the flu game? Do you remember who they played? Because I don't.
That was either the Sonics, the Supersonics. I'm gonna guess either Supersonics or Jazz. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Who did he toast when he had 102
just to see?
Was it
Utah Jazz?
It seems like they did a lot to the Utah Jazz. A lot of his big games or whatever.
Yeah. Now listen, and when people say like, Troy, how did you go this deep? Like, how did you dig deep like this? Like, you found another level today. You know what I'm going to say, as I should.
That's right. That's right.
Let's do that. So, people, we're going to get back from this, but if this was the best show I ever did, this is the best show you ever did. Sometimes you just have to go to a different level.
You did it.
And for those who are watching from their first day of school, if I can do it, you can do it.
That's motivational. You know? I'm getting the Rocky theme song on within 30 seconds. We're ready to go.
Oh, listen, as Rocky IV says when America beats the Russians, if I can change and you can change, we can all change.
Now, it would have been better if Paulie said that, right?
Paulie said that. Yeah. I think also, Rocky, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on going. I'm getting hit right now. I'm getting hit. I'm going to do this in my
This is inspirational. Tears are coming. This is it.
All right. On that note, I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with a voice in my house.